fellow BTS lovers, physically separated, yet emotionally inseparable. That is what makes Jikook a phenomenon in the dynamics of BTS members' relationships, even under the pressure of mandatory military service. Is there a bond so strong that it remains unshaken by time, distance, and military duty? In the K-pop world filled with rumors, industry strategies, and intense fandom dynamics, the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook, widely known as Jikook, continues to draw attention, even as both fulfill their national duty as soldiers. Why does their closeness feel even stronger amid this separation? As BTS members enter mandatory military service one by one, many fans prepare for a long hiatus in group activities and member interactions. However, what happens with Jikook is quite the opposite. Rather than fading, emotional signals and implied communication between Jimin and Jungkook become increasingly prominent. From private letters leaked to the public, meaningful word choices in interviews, to digital interactions seemingly directed only to each other, all demonstrate that physical distance is not a barrier to a deeper connection. What exactly keeps this bond strong, even when both are within a military institution known for discipline and communication restrictions? The answer lies in their long history of closeness built since their trainee days. Jimin, as one of the older figures, was once described by Jungkook as a source of comfort during stressful adaptation periods. This relationship is not just an ordinary friendship, but an emotional symbiosis formed from empathy, shared life experiences, and collective achievements. It cannot be overlooked that BTS itself is not an ordinary boy group. Within a structure that prioritizes emotional cohesion and strong group identity, interactions like Jikook's are not merely fan service narratives, but reflections of an authentic bond built over years. When two individuals grow from teenagers to adults within the same system, under global pressure, 24/7 cameras, and billions of fans' expectations, the bond formed becomes something deeper than just professional collaboration. Interestingly, during their military service, BTS members are still given limited freedom to communicate. On several occasions, Jimin and Jungkook are known to exchange private messages full of meaning. In these messages, there are expressions of mutual support, concern for each other's conditions, and hopes to reunite soon. Although not all message contents are published, the fragments that appear in the media are enough to build a narrative about a closeness that does not fade even under extreme situations. This phenomenon also attracts the attention of ARMY, BTS's fandom, who continuously scrutinize every detail of Jikook's interactions. From emoji choices, song selections shared before military service, to word order in official letters, everything is analyzed with near-academic intensity by online communities. This shows that Jikook's closeness is not only felt by themselves, but also interpreted as a symbol of sincerity and the strength of relationships within the group. Digging deeper, the intimacy displayed by Jikook also reflects something bigger: resistance to fragmentation caused by the system. Amid demands of nationalism and professionalism brought by mandatory military service, Jikook's closeness becomes a representation of resistance against emotional isolation. They demonstrate that emotional closeness can still live, even within a system designed to distance someone from their world. More surprisingly, precisely in military conditions that limit access and expression, Jikook seems to show a form of communication that is more honest and meaningful. No more stage gimmicks, no variety show scripts. What remains is small but significant evidence of two individuals taking care of each other, even though officially on separate duty. Does this mean the Jikook relationship is more than just friendship? It is not our place to label. But clearly, their dynamic offers a lesson on how human connections can transcend structural limitations. In a celebrity world often filled with coercion, Jikook presents a rare narrative, a bond grown by choice, not obligation. As time passes and BTS members gradually complete their military duties, one thing becomes increasingly clear: that Jikook is not a fleeting relationship that will fade with the spotlight. They are a portrait of connection that endures, even when the stage is empty, the cameras are off, and the world waits. So, it is only natural for the public to keep asking, if even mandatory military service cannot separate Jikook, what can? Separated by distance and national duty, the closeness of Jikook remains a heated topic that seems never to fade. However, behind the media spotlight and fans' enthusiasm, it is important for us to ask, does this story truly reflect reality? Or is it rather a narrative construction designed to attract attention and maintain public momentum? In a digital era flooded with endless streams of information, this is not a trivial question, but a call to think critically. We live in a time when TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other social media platforms overwhelm us with news, gossip, and interpretations that are often difficult to distinguish between fact and opinion. News about Jikook's closeness during mandatory military service is no exception to this whirlwind. Many video clips, hidden messages, and deep analyses circulate virally, but are they all valid and accountable? Could most of it be fabricated intentionally to increase engagement, strengthen fandom, or even add sensationalism for commercial gain? This question leads us to a crucial attitude: healthy skepticism. Why should we be skeptical? Because without critical thinking, we are vulnerable to manipulation of information that can blur our understanding of reality. Have we sufficiently tested the sources of the news we receive? Have we verified these extraordinary claims with concrete evidence, not just assumptions or conspiracies? Or do we tend to accept them outright because the narrative fits our emotional desires as fans? We must ask ourselves, is it possible that the story of Jikook inseparable despite military service is the result of polished storytelling? Is this relationship truly as remarkable as portrayed, or is it merely an image constructed to maintain BTS's appeal worldwide, especially when the group is on hiatus? Furthermore, how can we distinguish authenticity from clever marketing strategies in the competitive entertainment world? Every news item or article we consume, including this writing, is created based on various sources from social media and mass media. However, this does not mean we should fully believe it immediately. On the contrary, it demands us to evaluate carefully. The fact that most information comes from platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, known for viral and not always accurate content, requires us to be extra cautious. Have we taken the time to cross-check with official sources? Have we considered the possibility of hoaxes or at least exaggerated news?